guys, these are the difficult times in the hobby. You know, sometimes you take care of your fishes, everything is going so great, and then all of a sudden something happens, man. What is this? This Bala Shark, this is about 10 inches. This next one here, yeah, both of them about 10 inches. Although this one here has a more width, or they could be the same. These are the difficult times. You know, I've had these Bala Sharks for some time. 10 inches, these are it was three smaller ones. The bigger one, hopefully still alive. So what happened here? Well, essentially the so I have a system where water comes into the pond to top up the pond, but it's chlorinated water, and I serviced one of the pumps I have in the pond that really deals with the oxygenation of the pond. And in servicing it, I did notice it started to have a very strong response. So the overflow, the way how it was bubbling, it obviously started pushing water into the overflow much more rapidly than was normal, and plus it looked like I opened the pipe too hard. So I suspect what happened is, well, not what I suspect. What happened is that too much chlorine got into the water, diluted the whole system. Well, concentrated the system with the chlorine. And the Bala Sharks are always some of the first set of fish to go with that chlorine. They don't do well with chlorine at all. As you know, that cichlid pond has a lot of fish. The blue dolphins, I saw no casualties with them. I did see a casualty with two other fish. I still have to wait to see if I see any more, but I can tell you that the red devil infestation that I've been having, of course none of those red devils was impacted. And I suspect they would live in chlorine water, straight chlorine water. You know, that pond is 1,200 gallons. But if that water overflow is running, I would say overnight. Because the last time I interfered with that would have been yesterday evening. So that water would have been running there overnight. And as such, I suspect it would have replaced almost 600 gallons based on the trickle, and it could be more. You never know, it could be more. So I'm going to wait to see if anything else happens, guys. But you know, this is the sad thing about this fish hobby. But it's life experiences, man. I'm happy the bigger one hasn't passed yet. I'm hopeful that it doesn't. But these guys clearly were growing pretty nice, and they had such character. They used to come up and snatch each other food. If you throw food one single fillet at a time, they'll come up, grab at it, and make that kind of noise on top of the surface of the water. So it's sad, but I'll probably try to get some more. But I really have to figure out how is the best way to manage that overflow and refill process I have there. Essentially, it's a good system. I just turned on the flow of the refill too hard. Because if it was running at a slower rate, this would not have happened. Oh boy, and you know what I suspect happened? I suspect the water pressure on the line was also low at the time. And because the pressure, yes, that's correct, because the pressure on my pipe right now is very high inside the house. So that's what would have happened. The flow would have then come back on stronger and led to this. Guys, it is what it is. We learn from our mistakes. I think in this case, I have to be more careful in terms of the pressure that I put on the overflow. Now, fish rides over and out, guys. Ciao. So what happens, I have my water coming into this pond with this valve that controls the amount of water that comes in. As you can see right now, it's trickling in. That is how it should be. Sometimes based on, you see the valve is practically almost locked off. So what happened on this occasion is the valve was a lot more, of course, open, which should have led to a lot of water coming in, which is chlorine based. Yeah, so guys, so I thought I had, actually I thought I had 4 Bala Sharks in all. And as you know, one died. Well, actually I showed 2 in the footage. There was actually 3 that died. So I was expecting it to just have 1 more. And the truth is, I don't know if you can see it there, right? This is 1. Right, and I think that's the biggest one. So vividly I'm seeing 2. Because there's a smaller one. But you know what's interesting? The size of that smaller one, he just went there. I'm wondering, can these Bala Sharks breed in captivity? Because, let me tell you, and the thing is, it's difficult to see if it's really just 2, because you know there's so much fish in here, but I feel it's 3. But having said that, for now I'm clearly seeing 2. Right, this is 1 there. I don't know how clear it would be in the footage, guys, but take my word for it. Now let me tell you, I've always admired the Bala Shark. And a little history about this Bala Shark and me. My indoor aquarium, a 55 gallon, I had 2 Bala Shark in there at one time. And one got stuck in a shell decoration. Right, he got stuck in a shell decoration. And I had to take him out, crack the shell. He did live, but he died eventually. The other one though, the other one continued living. And let me tell you, it got really big and nice. I would say it got about 9 inches in that. Because when I buy fish, you know, I only buy fish the size of 1 inch, 1.5 inch. I don't like to buy big fish. One day I was doing servicing my aquarium, changing water and stuff. In those days I used to do like almost 100% change. That's my early days with fish. And so I filled it up with pipe water. I had the fishes out in a bucket. And then I went I supposed to throw in the chlorine remover. I got distracted with a phone call. And well, the rest is history. That fish came and died. So when I started doing the outdoor ponds, I wanted to get back the Bala Shark. So I first got about 4 of them. I would say this is roughly about 3-4 years ago. And of course, 3 of them died. That day, that was one of the days when a lot of my blue dolphins died. I have an earlier video with that. Electricity went for more than 12 hours in my neighborhood. I didn't have any backup plans for oxygenation at that time. This is probably a little more than 4 years ago, I'm not sure. And a lot of fish die, and as I said, Bala Sharks, they are always one of the quickest ones to die with chlorine or low oxygen. I've noticed that. But having said all of that, I did go and get what I thought was 3 more to add with the 1. So I always thought I had 4 Bala Sharks there. So when 3 died recently, I thought I had 1. But the question I have is, can these Bala sharks breed in captivity? Because why I ask that, the size of the smaller of the two that I just showed there, and I'm not sure if the smaller one was shown, there is no way that shark could be so small. No way that shark could be so small after the last time I bought a Bala shark, right? And as you see, the Bala sharks would have all been of the same size, and those that you saw there is all averaging 10 inches, as the smallest is 10. That small one in there looks like about 4 or 5 inches, and it definitely doesn't have the thickness that the others had. So I am thinking they bred in there. Tell me, guys, what you all think. Let me know.